Cheating scandal explosion. Husband's affair exposed. My revenge romance with AP spouse takes a shocking turn. I've fallen in love with the husband of the women. My husband is cheating on me. I'm so sorry. There are a lot of errors in the title and the text. While I think my English is pretty awesome, it's not perfect, so sorry for any confusion. This is going to be a long post. Will do my best to make it short. I found this sub on a podcast. Maybe I can find comfort about what have been weighing me down for almost a year now. I'm F36, and my husband is M38. We have been together for 10 years. We have one daughter who's F6. She's everything to me. I found out a year ago that my husband is sleeping with his employee F30. How? Her husband, let's call him John, M35, contacted me. He was heartbroken, and he thought that I ought to know. He provided me with text messages and dated when they've been in hotels. I recognized my husband's style, and I recognized the other woman. I have seen her on multiple occasions when I visited my husband at work. She'd been nothing but kind and pleasant towards me. And she always doted on my daughter. I asked John what he wanted to do, and he said that he wasn't sure yet, so I requested that we should meet. He agreed. I told him about my life, and that I'm currently not working after the pandemic. I lost my job, and now the economy. I haven't really had any opportunity to find job. Instead, I've been studying these past 2 years. If I divorce now, I won't be able to provide for my daughter. That would probably put her in my husband's custody as a primary provider. I asked him if he could wait for a few months. Hopefully longer therefore, and to my surprise he agreed. I thanked him profusely, but he told me that he didn't know what to do either. So he's happy to wait. Also, the other woman has 3 children from a previous relationship, and he was worried that she would refuse him being in their lives. Once he confronted her, because he's not the father. We kept in touch, however. He called me a few times a week, and soon we started to talk about other things. Other than our failed marriages. Afterwards we started going for walks, coffee, movies, etc. I found myself thinking about him often with a smile on my face. He was the first thing I thought of in the morning, and the last thing I thought of before going to bed. For the last 3 to 4 months, we probably mentioned our spouses 1 or twice. We talk about everything else, and he always makes me laugh. He thinks I'm funny too. 2 weeks ago, we were having a picnic, and he just blurted out, "I think that I'm in love with you." When he then explained himself, it just drove the point home that I also am in love with him. He said that at first he wasn't sure why he was feeling like this towards me, and explained it away as to jilted people finding comfort in each other, but that he then realized that he wasn't broken anymore, that he even thinks of his wife's infidelity as a blessing, because it led him to me. That was exactly how I felt too. I didn't know what to say. I told him that I'm terrified that these are false feelings that would go away once we freed ourselves from those who hurt us. He just beamed at me and said he was willing to take the risk. Just to find out, he kissed my hand because I thought we were still married, and if we did something then, how are we better than now? So I don't know what to do now. I find myself daydreaming about him, about introducing him to my daughter, kiss him, wake up next to him every morning. I still have 1 semester left, and then I'm probably going to find a job. I've already had some offers for when I'm finished with my studies. I have thanked John so many times for being so patient with me about everything. I appreciate that he's waiting for me to put my life in order before we expose our spouses who aren't really seeing each other as often as they used to do. He told me he's happy to help, and he just wants a real kiss as a thank you when everything is over. My goal now is to secure my job and leave this marriage. Am I pathetic for wanting to give John and I a shot and see where it would go? Can't broken hearts really find happiness together when their love story started like ours?